What happened? Oh, we got to do this all over again.
Let me begin. I came to win.
We got to get that little dance going, baby. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up. If you got the feeling, jump up, touch the ceiling.
I was very confused for a second. I'm like, no, we just ruined the morning. Guys, if you want, I can go through the intro again, and we'll make it happen the right way. But anyway, guys, good morning. And happy hump day! Oh yeah, baby, it's hump day, my favorite day of the week. And today is going to be a very, very important day. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Jason here inside of chat for sharing that big breakdown, some of this commentary from Adam Mancini. All right, so I guess it's one of his friends that subscribes to him, and this is a great breakdown. So I'm going to start our day, guys, with breaking this down, okay? Because that's what I think is very, very, very important today. As you guys know, we do have the Fed meeting. Conclusion is going to be the day. The Fed is set to announce its new policy at 2 p.m. And Mr. Jerome, all right, J. Powell, going to answer those questions at 2:30. We know that the markets are usually very volatile around those times. Anytime we have a Fed meeting, the market is typically slow until the Fed meeting, and then it gets pretty crazy. It's very volatile, but today's an even more important day. There's a lot of other things going on in the market as well. So what are investors waiting for? Investors are hopeful that the Fed could ease up on its hawkish rhetoric just a tad as the market tumbles and tensions escalate between Russia and Ukraine. So again, that's what we're kind of listening into today and see how that's going to affect the market. But again, I'm going to pull this on over and I'm going to read what Jason posted this morning. As again, I took a peek at this, and again, it's very, very thorough, very, very detailed, and maybe this is valuable to you guys as well. And I think it really is. Okay, so credit to Adam Mancini. Yesterday's literally historic move settled, as it often does, into a consolidation day today, with the ES bouncing up and down with a fairly wide 100-point range. As written yesterday, the intraday reversal ES saw was historic. Only twice since the 1970s did it see an equivalent or greater intraday washout and recovery. Both, however, were during the 2008 bear markets and saw new lows after. And the same statistic applies for every time the NASDAQ saw a less than a 4% intraday wash and recovery, with all of them occurring during the 2000, 2002, 2008, 2020 bear markets. All right, that's very important. Definitely let that sink in for a second. ES played ping pong around my levels today is posted. Again, this was just some of his levels he posted up. FOMC is tomorrow at 2 p.m., today at 2 p.m. Again, Jay Powell will be on the mic answering those questions at 2:30, and it determines what way this range breaks. As usual, I'd expect a trap-filled, very difficult to trade day. Again, very difficult to trade when we do have Fed meetings. Okay, here's what I'm looking at for an update a little longer today. I'm getting into this bottom part that really stood out to me. All right, coming down in here. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see it fake out one way, then reverse. And we've seen that quite a bit right? During those Fed meetings, we'll see the market say shoot on up and then reverse and dump on down, or that'll dump on down and then shoot straight back up again. Very volatile around those times. So I would very much recommend, ladies and gentlemen, that you guys are not in positions at that time. If you guys have an open position coming into the Fed meeting, guys, I would definitely consider closing those out because, again, we know how erratic the markets can be. Okay, so today, FOMC is more important than usual. It's an interest rate decision plus press conference occurring at a time of heightened volatility, when much of that volatility is due to the market effectively pricing in a more hawkish monetary policy environment. These types of days are hard to trade, and they are also extremely unpredictable. So his usual advice applies. Size way down. And if you're not comfortable, do not trade at all. There's no reason to be ending a day like tomorrow with large losses. Again, this was posted yesterday, so today, right? And again, I say this all the time. If you're not confident, you're uncertain about the market, right? The market's volatile. This is not the market that you thrive in. Sit on the sidelines. Be a sideline trader. Do not give all of these hard-earned profits back that you've worked so hard for the month of January, okay? So again, no reason to be ending the day with losses. No reason to be giving those losses back. We know what's coming on up. We know how to be prepared. Again, just don't have any positions around that time. The typical script for FOMC days is often priced as nothing until the meeting, reacts initially to the meeting, or sometimes an hour or two before, fakes out, then reverses. Often it is counterintuitive. Dovish sounding Fed. ES will surge, then plunge right after. We shall see, sometimes the next day. This is not a hard rule, though, just an average tendency that he has observed over watching dozens and dozens and dozens of these. So again, guys, take the time, read this, digest it. Again, Jason, big thank you to you for posting this in chat. This was very valuable, very helpful. And again, it just kind of opens our mind a little bit on how we should be attacking today, team, correct? How should we be attacking today? Well, hey, the first 30 minutes to an hour, we have some volatility, right? We may have some volatility in the market the first 30 minutes to an hour. We definitely have some opportunity in penny stock land today, okay? So again, let's find the opportunity. Let's find it. Let's attack. Let's make those profits. Let's get out and wait to see how the markets react around 2:30 when the Fed starts speaking. Okay, so what do we have going on today, ladies and gentlemen, in penny stock land? Okay, what do we have going on? And before I do that, hit me with a good morning, right? We're a little bit early today, right? I wanted to jump on the mic about 5 to 10 minutes early and review that with you guys. So again, what do we got going on? How are we all doing today, right? Hit me with a good morning, everybody over on YouTube. Got a big old good morning with everybody inside of chat. Who do we got in chat? We got Jamie, Kids King, Chris, Dougie, Beth. How we doing? Dustin, Jason S. Thank you so much. Cheers, my man. Texas Cowboy, Merlin, Rebecca, Movie Star, Wade, yo, Placid, J. Cohen. My goodness, everybody is in chat today. Everybody is fired up, ready to rock and roll. Who we got over on YouTube this morning? We have Mutaz, Curtis, Steven, Matthew. What's going on? Good morning and happy Wednesday. So again, the theme of the day is tread lightly. That's the theme of the day. That's what we're doing, treading lightly, identifying opportunity, locking in quick profits. Ideally, not having a position open around the Fed meeting, right? And we can expect the market to be a little bit on the slower side. But again, we shall see. Maybe we have some opportunity. Maybe there's some movement. Maybe we can capitalize on that. As right now, we're gapping up about $6 here on the SPY. Right now, we're up about $7 on the Qs. And we see across the board everything following. Disney's up 2 points, right? Microsoft up 2 points off earnings. Apple is currently up 3. NVIDIA is currently up 10. Tesla is currently up 40. So we do have the markets gapping up. Thank you, Microsoft. So we can see here yesterday, we had earnings, right? Initial drop on off, found some support, shot straight on up. What happened with the Qs? Same thing, right? Microsoft earnings, that quick fall, the base, the rally, and then everything else started to follow. Futures were moving. This morning here in pre-markets, everything else is moving. These stocks are correlating and moving very, very tight and very, very close together. That's what happens when the market has a lot of volatility. When you see the market team slow and steady, just slow and steady, right? Stocks will do their own things. They will do their own things. But when you have excessive movements, excessive volatility in the market, like we've seen the past 2, almost 3 weeks, stocks will trade very close together. So it's not a coincidence as to why Tesla chart looks the same as Nvidia and Apple and Microsoft and the SPY, right? They're completely different stocks. But when the markets are moving very rapidly, there's a lot of volatility in the market, you will see these stocks trading very, very close together. So if you want to trade Tesla, if you want to trade Disney, if you want to trade Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, what do you need to do? What do you need to do? Are you just going to look at Tesla and just be like, all right, here's a great long setup. I'm long on Tesla. I'm staring at Tesla. I'm honed in on Tesla. No, guys, what do you need to do? And while you guys answer that question, right? Because again, we're very early today. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. I have my broker's not even open. My broker is not even open right now because again, I'm not seeing any opportunity. Out of sight, out of mind. Watch the SPY, watch the Qs, right? You see a great long setup on Tesla and you're long, but you start to see those Qs roll over. You might want to get out of your Tesla position because Tesla's most likely going to roll on over and fall with the broader markets as well. So be mindful about this. Be smart. Today is a day that we tread lightly. We are not aggressive, but we're still here to take advantage of the possible opportunity. Don't expect to trade every single day. Be smart and trade safe. Be a professional. And professionals are treading lightly. They are scaling way back on their size. Because the last thing that we want to do, team, being 26 days into the month with 4 days to go, is give back profits. It's all about capital preservation, risk management, being smart, being disciplined, remaining patient. Let's make it happen, team, right? You guys got this. Let's make it happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what we have going on today. Today's morning newsletter. Again, Hope Day. We're all ready for another exciting day. Once again, guys, I mean, I've been able to come and chat and say this every single day for 2022. We're seeing some great profits in the stock market, baby, as traders came out of the gate strong. Absolutely crushing it once again. You guys are really making me proud, just so you know. Right? You're really making me proud. My bragging rights right now are you guys are absolutely crushing it. And I can confidently say that every single day. Keep up the amazing work, team. Okay, as you know, chat's open 24/7, 365. So drop by anytime you need some help. If you want to say hello, I'm always here to help you guys out. Something new that we're going to be doing moving forward is Tuesday night masterclass sessions. Last night was our first masterclass session. I was here from about 8 until about 9:30, answering your questions, doing some lessons, reviewing the markets. If you guys would like to join those in chat, I really want you guys to be there. I'm going to host these on YouTube as well. All right. And again, we're going to get some more structure, probably about an hour to 2 hours long that we do these masterclass sessions, right? Q&A, reviewing the market, reviewing trades of the day that we took, what we have for the next day, doing some lessons. I want to make sure that I'm providing as much value as possible. So again, come join us every Tuesday night. Right now, it's set in stone, 7 o'clock p.m., 9 o'clock p.m. for our Tuesday night masterclass sessions. All right, and then every now and then, I'll try and come in on Thursday nights as well for about 1 hour. And then when I have more time, right, when I start promoting and building you guys up into leadership positions and you guys want to jump on the mic, you guys want to commentate, you guys want to do lessons, I can come in and do these every freaking night with you guys, every night. So again, in the future, as we start building this amazing family of traders, this amazing community, and we have other traders in these roles of leadership roles and mentorship roles, that's going to allow me to come in and do more with you guys. Okay, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. So I'm excited, guys. I'm excited, okay? So stocks with news. We have NRXP. NRXP, report of patient safety and survival from right to try use of. Big word I don't know, okay? So let's go look at NRXP. A lot of these stocks aren't doing anything. So NRXP, we have news, but this stock is not doing anything right now. 317 close, it's at 321. Barely gapping up, no volume, not worth your time. Again, if we saw pivotal phase 3 trial meeting primary endpoints, I'd be like, hey, this could be a sleeper play. But I'm not seeing those keywords that would create a lot of hype around this stock, correct? SGLB, right? They develop breakthrough technology to advance metal additive manufacturing. Right, so what's going on with SGLB? Do we have any action here? SGLB this morning, right? No, we don't. Pop up to $2 right now. It's at 180, right? We're right at the open, right at the close, right? SGLB, again, nothing worth watching, not worth your time. Again, if there's a hot keyword in that press release, maybe, but nothing, guys. So again, we kind of see the trend with these stocks with news. So the main stocks with news that have attention, some kind of volume, they're moving up a little bit. It's going to be ONDS. Chevron places order for American Robotics automated drones. We have a press release there. This stock is doing something, okay? XELA. Technologies announces share buyback of up to 100 million shares of common stock at $1 per share through exchange offer of new notes. So I would think that traders may want to try and get this to $1 today. It hit a high of 75 cents here in pre-market. Came right down to our level of support as well. XELA, we're going to be talking about this. Decent news. This stock has some potential today. So right now it's ONDS. It's XELA. Okay, what's up with DNNA? So DNNA to become publicly traded through combination with Social Capital Servetta Holdings Corporation. Is there anything going on here with DNNA this morning? DNNA, did I get that wrong? Is it DNAA? Is my dyslexia messing with me? Yeah. Yep. DNAA. What's going on here? Not a lot. I mean, it is up from 962 though, a whopping 985. But again, look at that volume. There is nothing really happening with DNNA. Again, it's all about finding the stocks that have the best opportunity, and it really starts with what? It starts with the press release. ONDS, ladies and gentlemen, is currently up about 40 cents. XELA is currently up about 14 cents, which is a pretty decent move on that 55-cent stock. METX is up about 3 cents. These stocks are actually moving up just a little bit. So what's up with METX? Launches the trial of metaverse vocational education courses. That's kind of cool. I like it. So we'll definitely go take a look at METX. So right now, METX, XELA, ONDS, out of these stocks that have news, these are the 3 stocks that we're going to be reviewing this morning, okay? Every morning, you got a pre-market gappers, prior day movers, and then earnings this week. Most anticipated earnings this week, we were looking at IBM, Microsoft, Boeing this morning in pre-market. Tonight, probably going to be one of the hottest days. Okay, we got an FOMC meeting. We got Tesla and Intel with earnings. Tomorrow, we have Apple. I'm very excited to see how the market moves based on these earnings. And we see how the market moved yesterday simply off those Microsoft earnings, guys. So again, we'll be looking at Tesla and Intel as we do have some earnings after the close. Let's go ahead and dive into those penny stocks real quick, guys. METX, we know the news. Is there really a whole lot going on with METX team? Not a whole lot going on with METX. So METX here is currently up from around 17, call it 18 cents to a whopping 19 cents on METX. Now METX is, again, it's not really doing a whole lot, guys. Trying to scroll down here and find the float. If I'm not mistaken, METX is a larger float stock. And I mean, hey, let's keep this easy, right? We got all these nice tools and features right here inside of chat. METX. Go over to statistics, right? And the float here is 94 million. So not a huge float, 94 million. You see here that the average volume on METX is around 70 million. We could easily see we're trading nowhere near that volume. So again, we want to look for news, right? Okay, we have some news. I want to look at that volume. Wow, it's not trading anywhere close to that average volume, right? Yeah, it's a low float stock, okay, but it just doesn't have volume. So if you are looking at METX, we could see it up towards around 22 cents, right? We could see it up to 22 cents and then maybe even 25 cents. But right now, I don't think it's worth your time. ONDS, okay? We know the news with ONDS. What is the float with ONDS? 33 million. So it's a lower float stock. It could definitely get some action. Average volume, 700,000. Today, trading 600,000. So since this press release came out at 7 a.m., it's been 2 hours. And we have not even traded that average volume or above the average volume yet. So again, we just need more volume. But again, this flow is low and there is a press release on this stock. I'd be looking for a break back above $5, right? $5 is the second toughest level of support resistance for penny stocks, okay? So we get back above $5, maybe we see that volume move in. If we see that volume move in, hey, maybe we have some opportunity. Where could we see ONDS go today if we get that volume, if we get that break of $5? Well, the first target I see is going to be right around 539. That is our 20 EMA. And then over that, guys, we would have some room up towards around $5.70 on ONDS. Not the best looking stock, but hey, maybe it has some opportunity. If it can break above $5 and we can see some volume, go ahead and move in. XELA, I know you guys are probably watching XELA. Okay, so what's up with XELA? We have some news here on the stock, right? Share buyback, $1 a share. XELA trading 21 million shares. On average, it trades 23. So we're getting ready to surpass, right? That's average volume. So we can definitely see much more than the average volume traded today. It is a larger float stock, but it's also a cheap stock. So it doesn't take as much to start to get this going, right? Traders can come in and buy a lot more shares, right? The float is 146 million shares. Well, when the stock is 68 cents, traders are buying 10, 20, 30,000 shares, 100,000 shares. It's easy to see these stocks move. And we could see the stock move pretty well yesterday, 40 cents all the way up towards around 60. Okay, we could definitely see some nice action again today on XELA. All right, so right now we're going to have some support right around 65 cents. Why? Why 65 cents? 20 EMA. It's also validated resistance and support here in pre-market. So I want to see XELA ideally trading above that 65 cent level. If it does fall below 65 cents, team, okay, where's your next best level of support? Yesterday's high would be the next best level to see XELA stay above. And that's a pretty decent level. Yesterday's highs, pre-market resistance, breaking above, holding as support. So that's a pretty good level as well. 61.42 here on XELA. But right now we have some light support right around 65.4. So 0.654. That is the 20 EMA here on XELA. Now, right now we know we have room back up to those pre-market highs of 75 cents. And then looking at this daily chart, we would have some room up towards around 85 cents and then $1 on XELA. Right now, I'm not a fan of stocks under $1, but right now looking at this and looking at other stocks in the market that are moving, this is probably one of the top 2 stocks we're watching, right? One of the top 2 stocks we're watching. We could see XELA go on a nice consistent move once again today. Number 2 stock I'm watching, of course, BBIG. Okay, so BBIG finally getting above after 3 days, I feel like. Getting above that 310, 311 area. And right now having a nice little gap up here in pre-market. Okay, let me go ahead and clear this drawing set out and let's start fresh, guys. Let's start fresh. So right now, would really like to see BBIG no lower than yesterday's spiking high. That's also some pre-market support. Okay, so that has pretty good support back down towards around 332. Now, right now, we do have some support right off this level of resistance, 358, post-market resistance, pre-market resistance, and we can see that we are trying to hold above that 358, right? So right now, if BBIG loses 358, you could expect to see it pull back towards around 332. But if we can stay above that level, we can see some volume move in. Where can we go next? Well, the next level I would be looking at here on BBIG would be right around this 385. Let me go ahead and remove that. I would say 386. Spiking high, Low of day, pretty much the high of day from the 21st. So we have 3 points in the past that 386 was respected. It was also pretty much our spiking high here in pre-market right when we opened. So that's going to be our first target here on BBIG is going to be 386 and then $4 natural resistance. If we are strong and we see that volume, where could we see it go next before we really possibly run into some resistance, some good, strong resistance? That 200-day moving average, guys, all right, 412. So we do have some good overhead targets on BBIG, 386, potentially 4, and then 412. Right now, we have some okay support at 358, and right now we're actually starting to fall below it. So now we would have some room back down towards around that 332 level. So again, I am going to be watching BBIG today. It's also a stock that does have a good amount of short interest. So again, we are seeing people circulate the idea of a short squeeze. Not saying it's going to happen, but it's something to be mindful of as everybody's talking about the short squeeze sentiment behind BBIG. Right? And then SDC is another short squeeze type of stock. A lot of people talk about SDC being a short squeeze stock. It is. 30% of this stock's float is currently short. And over the past 2 days, we've actually had a nice move to the upside. So I want to watch SDC as well. Not just because we've seen increased volume over the past couple of days, and we actually had a decent day yesterday from 2 to 250, but also because 33% of this float is currently short. So we could definitely see that sentiment take effect and see the stock get some nice action to the upside. All right, so right now we're going to have some resistance here on SDC at that 50 SMA. All right, so right around 273. Obviously, we have pre-market high resistance, but over that level, it's going to be that 50-day moving average. And then we could possibly see SDC up towards around 3 to 312 next. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, but again, from 273, if we get a break and a hold and we take an entry for some reason up to that level, I mean, hey, it's 14%, right? 14% is 14%. So it doesn't seem like a big window of opportunity. From a percentage standpoint, it's not bad. So we do have some opportunity today. Just going to have to sit back and see how SDC holds on up. Again, it's very slow in the market. It's pretty slow. I would say right now, out of everything we've talked about so far, XELA, one of the top stocks we're watching. BBIG, definitely a top 3 stock. And then I would say throw SDC on there. We had a good couple of days, right? Monday was good. Yesterday was good. We can definitely see this move again and continue its move to the upside here on SDC. Okay? Now, we do have some prior day movers that we're just going to kind of keep on the back burner. Not going to take a lot of time right now to review these. Got EXTN was moving over the last couple of days. Right? We got DWAC that's still moving around here a little bit. This is one of my back burner sleeper plays like yesterday. So again, yesterday we caught this around 66.80 up to resistance. It was a back burner sleeper play that out of nowhere got that great volume. I'm looking for the same thing today on DWAC, maybe a little bit of a back burner sleeper play. Okay, so I'm looking for a simple break over yesterday's highs. And then next, we would have room to 77.20. So if we started to build a back burner watch list, DWAC would be my number 1 back burner watch list, okay? Again, I'm not putting that much focus on METX. And we do have ONDS, another back burner play, okay? So let's go ahead and break this down once again. Top 3 stocks that we should be watching out of the gate. XELA, BBIG, and I would say SDC, just because of the short squeeze sentiment. Everybody talking about, hey, this is the next short squeeze stock. That can bring more and more and more attention and volume into the stock. And we've seen a decent couple of days so far this week, okay? Back burner stocks. DWAC is number 1. ONDS over $5, number 2. I have 5 stocks on watch today, guys. 5 stocks on watch. But now I see VCNX creeping on up. What's up with VCNX? So this stock creeping on up on the leaderboard. Right around 9 o'clock, it looks like. Says 2 patients showed complete response in study of combo drug treatments for head and neck cancer. So again, we have patients showed complete response. 2 patients, but complete response. Head and neck cancer. Let's watch VCNX as well. Okay, this is a lower float stock, 15 million in float. trading very high volume, 9 million shares on average, 200,000 shares. And we do have cancer related news, and these stocks can definitely rip, and these stocks could definitely run. So where could we see VCNX go for today? Maybe we add this on our top stock watch list right out of the gate. I would say our next target be up towards around 164 underneath these daily lows, and then up towards around 180, these daily lows and that slight level of daily resistance. Okay, so we got a couple good targets to the upside here on VCNX, and right now it's safe to say that 119-ish, 119 to 120 is going to be a decent little level of support. So let's go ahead and add VCNX to the watch list as well. This one just dropped a press release, starting to creep up on the leaderboard, picking up with some volume. Let's keep this one on watch as well. VCNX. All right, so we're good to go for pennies. Again, we know what we're doing today with the SPY. We know what we're doing today with the Qs. What are we doing? Treading lightly, right? Sitting back on those hands, looking for the opportunity. What have we been doing every single day the past 3 weeks? We're not predicting where the market's going to be at end of day, tomorrow, next week. Some people ask, hey, where do you predict the market to be? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I don't know. How are you making money? Well, we're marking up our levels intraday, getting very, very, very prepared. And then when we see a setup, an opportunity present itself at or near one of these levels, guess what? We're already prepared. We take advantage of it. We make money consistently every single day here inside of chat. Now, every now and then we got a couple losses. It's normal, but so far we've been absolutely crushing it because we're keeping it simple. We're simplifying the process. We're not chasing these stocks out of the gate. Some of our best trades have come after 10 o'clock. We've been extra patient and it's paying off. All right, so the SPY, we have resistance at the 200 SMA, 442.09. I want to see what we look like around that level today. The Qs, we have resistance up towards around 354.21, and then up towards around 362. They're on the Qs. Top resistance, 200 SMA. I don't know if we'll ever make it there today, but if we do, let's see what happens. Okay, so again, we're right at resistance on the Qs. We're right at resistance on the SPY. Let's see how these open. Let's see what the first 10 to 15 minutes look like, and then let's identify a potential opportunity, and you best believe we'll jump on it. We'll get prepared. We'll lock in some profits, guys, okay? I'm watching Tesla today above 939. I want to see what Tesla looks like today above like 939 here. Again, I'm sitting back the first 10 to 15 minutes. NVIDIA, right now we have support at 228.70. Top resistance at 234.59. Again, I'm really putting a lot of emphasis on the SPY and the Qs to dictate potential trades on these other stocks like Tesla and NVIDIA. But again, I got all my levels marked up. We're all set, ready to rock and roll. All right. So again, if we see an opportunity, we're prepared. All right. We got Apple holding above support right now. Apple support right now at this point in time is 162.37. Right. If we can hold above this level and we see some strength early on in the market and things are moving higher, hey, we have room to 166 today here on Apple. I wouldn't even say today. I'd say before lunch. All right. Before the Fed meeting, before things get crazy. All right. I'm watching Microsoft as well. Microsoft right now is currently gapping up off those earnings. So Microsoft from 288 to 304. I'd like to see how this thing plays out of the gate as well. All right, I'd like to see if it's going to hold on up and break 305.53, possibly make a move up to 310. I want to see also if there's a lot of people holding this that may want to take some profits, right? So we'll have to sit back and see. One of my favorite ones today, one of my favorite plays of the day, right, is going to be Disney, guys. I do like Disney, right? Not only for a day trade, but freaking long term. I absolutely love Disney. Right? I'm looking for Disney to stay above 137.64. Right? 137.64 was the last 2 days of resistance. We're above that now. So if we can hold above that level here on Disney, our next target is going to be the 21st. What was the 21st? Last Friday. Spiking high of the day, 141.83. That's decent reward. That's about $4 to the upside. If we have a strong market today and we see a strong rebound, we can expect to see Disney possibly start to fill this gap here on the daily chart. All right, guys. So Disney is probably my top stock that I want to watch, right? I like Disney. I like the technicals. I'm liking what we see here in pre-market. Again, the market's going to dictate what Disney does. So as long as we're kind of calm, cool, collected, maybe we can see Disney get that nice, slow, steady move. And then depending on how the markets react after the Fed meeting and everything else going on today, maybe we start to fill that daily gap and maybe we have a little bit of a short-term, low-risk swing trade. So out of every stock we talked about, obviously my focus is right on the SPY out of the gate, right on the Qs, okay? And then I'm putting some focus on Disney as well. So right now, again, the SPY is sitting right at that 200 SMA. Let's see how traders react around the 200 SMA. Is it going to squeeze on through, hold a support? Do we have calls? I don't know yet, right? Is it going to hit resistance 5 times then dump? I don't know yet. I'm not predicting the market. I'm simply waiting to see what happens. Then I will react to the opportunity with you guys. We'll get prepared. We'll lock in some profits. Make sure you're here around 11 o'clock today. Option part 2, calculating your risk and reward with options. 11 o'clock, we will be diving into our options part 2 lesson here inside the chat, followed by what is the volume profile, and helping you guys get that volume profile set up as well. All right, so again, out of the gate, we're looking at XELA, we're watching BBIG, and we're watching SDC. Do we have any final questions right now at this point in time? We have about 2 minutes and 40 seconds until the ring-a-ding-ding. Oh, I forgot to turn it back on. I was showing you guys I didn't have my broker open. So let's go ahead and get my broker open, right? Again, when I come into the pre-market, and I don't like pre-market, right? I don't even open my brokerage account. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Out of sight, out of mind. So right now, let's go ahead and get it open. We're all set, ready to rock and roll, guys. We got about 1:55 to go, right? So again, out of the gates, SDC, BBIG, number 1, XELA, just like I've been doing all week and last week, probably not trading the first 10, 15, 20 minutes out of the gate, really sitting back and looking for my opportunity. And I think a good opportunity is going to be DWAC, guys, right? That was my trade yesterday. That is my back burner sleeper play. It's going to be DWAC. So I am watching this one out of the gate. All right. This is the one stock that I'm putting some focus on here out of the gate. All right. So let's have some fun, team. Let's make it happen. Let's have an awesome day. And let's stay profitable. As Spaz would say, be disciplined, be patient, right? Do not jump in the trades. Do not force trades. If you do not like the market, you do not have to trade, regardless of what anybody else is doing. Make it happen. All right, so we got less than 1 minute to go. What do you guys think is going to be the top stock of the day? All right, what do you guys think the top stock of the day is going to be? Think it's going to be XELA? Do you think it's going to be SDC? Do you think it's going to be BBIG? Do you think it's going to be something else? I went ahead and casted a poll inside of chat. All right, so the poll is now open. Go ahead and cast your votes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what you guys are thinking right now here inside of chat. What stock do you think is going to do the best today? XELA, SDC, BBIG, or something else? Go ahead and cast those votes. Let's see what you guys are thinking here inside of chat. Let's have an awesome day, team. Let's have some fun. Let's be smart. Let's be safe, and let's lock in those profits. What do we got, guys? Right now, 45% of chat saying XELA. We'll come back here in a couple minutes and see what you guys are thinking. All right, what do we got now? 46% of chat saying something else. All right, so maybe nothing on that list. We'll sit back, wait, and see what we have in store, ladies and gentlemen. Hands, yes, are firmly being sat on as well. I have no desire to trade anything. I have no desire to touch anything at all. I'm cool with sitting back on my hands, guys. I'm A-okay with that. I am A-okay. What platform are you using to show these charts? This is TD Ameritrade. It's TD Ameritrade. I would be looking to go long, Spats, over yesterday's highs on DWAC, up to $77. Right now, XELA team has room to 75 cents. Over 75 cents, that's when we could see it up towards around 85 cents. Again, one of my back burner sleepers is DWAC, but again, yesterday, hit resistance, pulled back, hit resistance, pulled back, hit resistance, pulled back, and then it broke and absolutely ripped $4 to the upside. I did not get a DWAC trade until like 10 o'clock. So I'm not touching it the first minute of the day. I know how crazy DWAC could be. Last thing I'm going to do is jump in right here at resistance and watch it dump. All right, I'm going to sit back on those hands. Like Chris said, stay safe. You do not have to trade today. It's okay to not trade. Today's a pretty crazy day. Today's a big day, okay? I would not be buying XCLA at resistance, right? Market conditions are what? Quick pops, fading on back down, and then we can take the dip buy, right? That's what the market is. Out of the gate, some stocks pop on up into resistance, fade, and they try and get that next leg up, right? Why are we touching XCLA at resistance? We're not in a breakout market. Stocks aren't breaking out left and right, so we're not buying at resistance, looking for breakouts. If anything, we're shorting high a day. We're shorting these moves higher. And look at that. That's why we don't touch stocks at resistance. Okay. We got big old dumperooski right there. Oh, XELA. You a dirty man. Clean energy fuels to construct methane capture digester in the potato state. So, yeah, definitely, Chris. I like it as well. Let's watch this one, especially above 6. And those pre-market highs were 618. So, yeah, definitely, Chris. I like it. We have room to 658. So, 658 there on CLNE. What's the float here? The float, 168 million. Look at all our leaderboard right now. Look at that leaderboard. A lot of large float stocks. Lots of large float stocks on that leaderboard. Actually, no, it's just a weird color. But you got 121 million, 168, 325 million. DraftKings is up. Cool. That helps. I had some DraftKings. Buying some last week. Again, I'm sitting on my hands the first few minutes, like we have been. Doesn't matter how quick you make money. What matters? How much you close your day with. No one cares that you made $100 in the first 4 minutes. What you walk away with, okay? I'm just sitting back looking to see how these penny stocks are going to hold on up. I don't want to be the guinea pig. I would hate to get in, right, and then watch it dump on back down. I would hate to jump on in, looking for a big move higher, and watch it dump on back down. So we're looking at all the stocks that had some news. You got XCUR. That one popped up just a little bit there from around 19 to 21. Not a bad little pop on up. See if we can hold on up. That, again, that's my approach. Can these stocks hold on up? All right, can they hold on up? I don't want to be the guinea pig. All right, see stock moving on up. I don't want to just jump into it. Because what happens if it starts dumping on back down? Here, big loss. What do you see a lot of? A lot of that. A lot of, oh, it's ripping. And then giving everything back. So just make sure you're not being the guinea pig. Wait for the stock to prove itself. Wait for the best setup. then attack it. How's Disney doing? Go look at the SPY. SPY pulling back here a little bit. Again, we're not touching that right now. The Qs. Microsoft out of the gate, pulling back. So if Microsoft were to drop back below that 300 level, I would consider a short. I was actually shorting this stock last night for a quick little trade around Microsoft in after hours. Yep, a little bit of profit taking from the gap ups, of course. How many people are holding the bag? How many people are down? How many people were maybe buying the dip and they're like, oh, wow, we're up quite a bit. Some profit taking. Absolutely. I agree with you 110%, Corey. And as you guys can see, I don't have a broker open right now. I mean, I do, but I don't have a P&L up because I don't have any trades going on. So as soon as I have a potential trade, obviously I alert it with the education. If you guys want to trade it as well, you can. I don't recommend mirror trading, but hey, you're your own person. You're going to make your own decisions. I can't force your hand. Again, the trades I take, I try and make sure that they're the best of the best of the best of the best trades. So, we've been absolutely crushing it lately on a lot of these trades. So again, right now I have no positions open, no intention on touching anything at this time, but I do like a little Microsoft right here. I am kind of tempted, but again, I still think for me today, it's just slightly too early. What is that ticker? IRN? So if we can, just to make it easy and clean, let's please. Yep, awesome. We'll just type it up in ticker format like that. So Stride Inc. LRN. I don't know anything about this company. Number one, they had earnings, big gap up off earnings. You could see it up at 38. That's going to be that daily resistance up at 38 bucks. Right now, I would say your support level coming from the daily chart would be back down at 33.67. But again, intraday support back down at 22.73. So, and it has room to that 38.40 level. That's a lot of daily resistance up there on LRN. So we'll have to see what happens over the next few minutes. Again, if you're already in this, you have room to 38, right? You have room to 38. But here's something I want to point out. Okay, this is what I want to point out. Why are we touching stocks the first 5 to 10 minutes? Pump, dropping on off. Pump, dropping on off. Dropping on off. Quick spike, dropping on off. Why are we touching stocks right now to the long side? Why? Why? We know the market conditions. We know this is what we've been seeing for 2 weeks. Why continue to be the guinea pig and beat a dead horse and hope for something different? It's insanity, guys. Right? Stocks are popping and dropping. They're pop, lock, and dropping. Pop, lock, and dropping. Right? Why are we buying these out of the gate? Knowing those are market conditions. You're just asking to lose. You're asking to get hurt. Sit back and wait. It's okay, guys. Sit back and wait. You see a setup at 10 o'clock? Fantastic. Give these trades time to develop. Let the stocks prove themselves. There's no reason to be touching anything right now, guys. In my opinion, there's no reason to be in a trade right now. From what I see. Definitely, team. Watch at VCNX, like Spaz says. He's right on point there. Here's ONDS. Okay, so we got ONDS breaking over that $5 mark. Remember, $5 on ONDS was the level I expected to see volume move in. We had a lot of volume move in right at the break of 5. So again, this is what I want to see to not be the guinea pig. Okay? This is what I want to see to not be the guinea pig. Okay? Stock just broke resistance. Is it a great breakout? Is it a healthy breakout? Yes. Look at the volume. All right, cool. I don't want to be the guinea pig and buy here, right? Absolutely not. If it goes all the way up here, okay, I missed the trade. Big deal, right? I want to see the stock pull back to that level of resistance where it broke out, retest. That's where I'd want to make an entry, right? For that potential next leg up. Why do I want to try and enter back down here off the retest? Because my stop loss would be really, really tight. My stop loss would be right underneath that floor support. I'd be buying at old resistance, new support, right? Be looking for the retest, then look to go long. Why buy it at 520? I'd rather be a buyer at $5. And another rule that we have in chat with penny stocks is if penny stock moves more, 25 cents to the upside, 50 cents to the upside, depending on the price, you do not touch it. This stock just went from 485, 520. This stock just moved 35 cents to the upside and it has not pulled back. Wait for the stock to pull back. So BBIG had that support level at 332. So I'd like to see it get back above 332. I'd like to see it back above 332 on BBIG. Yo, that's my level. That's my level that I'm looking at. Back above 332. Okay, cool. We have some opportunity. But right now, if 332 is going to hold this as resistance, I'm not touching it. How's SDC doing? SDC, so here's my thing, guys. Is SDC, yes, it has a lot of great potential, but I need to see it above the 50 SMA first, right? I need to see it above the 50 SMA. We can break the 50 and hold it. We have room to 3 and then 312. There's still a lot of opportunity, even if we're patient and we wait for the 50 SMA to be broken and for it to actually hold on up as support. So again, right now, I'm not going to touch this one. Again, stocks are moving up into resistance and they're fading, okay? Stocks are fading. Stocks are moving up into resistance and they're fading, right? We're seeing this across the board. With a little pop, they fade, but eventually we're seeing them rebound. We're seeing them turn around a little bit. ONDS has a lot of great potential here to 537 next. So 537 next, but again, I'm not in on this. I'm still waiting for a little bit better of a pullback. I want to see it possibly back down around $5 natural support. Right? That's where I want to see it back down around $5. That's where I like ONDS. So we're watching VCNX here. This one still has some opportunity. I like ONDS, just waiting for the pullback. Waiting for XCLA to set up for a possible reversal. Right? We still have some time to wait here on XCLA. BBIG, some profit taking from the gap up right now, not able to get back above that 332 level. We just talked about SDC. And what we saw yesterday on DWAC was, again, we spiked up into resistance. We found some support back in resistance, and we actually saw a nice channel form yesterday on DWAC, right? So again, this is what I saw yesterday. We had strong resistance. We had nice support at the bottom. We were inside a little bit of an intraday channel. We got the break around 10 o'clock over channel resistance. Nice big rip to the upside. Not saying that's going to happen again, but that's something I'm being mindful of. Let's figure out where support is on DWAC. Let's see if we hold a potential channel today on SDC. And let's see if we have that potential like yesterday to break the top end channel resistance, as we do have room to $77.20 on DWAC. Again, we're trying to get some quick wins, but at the same time, I do not want to put anybody into a position to take an unnecessary loss. Again, my goal in the morning is to get you guys prepared for the day over on YouTube, right? Get you guys prepared. What's the market looking like? What's going on in the day? How should we approach the market? Where's the opportunity? Why is the opportunity? Let's build those watch lists, right? Really, it's a great morning of preparation, getting you guys educated on how we go about our day. And I also like those quick wins. If we get a good trade the first 15 minutes, hey, let's get some quick wins together. I want you guys to see that it's possible to make consistent profit in the market. I mean, we had a quick win this week on Monday with Disney within the first 15 minutes. So again, some of you guys on YouTube were able to get those quick wins. Like, wow, that was nice. 15 minutes into the day, we're already up $3 a share, right? I'm making money and I'm learning. Love it. Love it. But again, I'm not going to put you in a position to lose money if we don't have the trade. So today is one of those days, team, where, hey, we tried to find you a quick win the first 15 minutes, but hey, no quick wins that I see right now. So I'm going to leave you with this. What should you be watching here for the rest of the day? VCNX above 120 looks good. Okay, I like it above 120. Good support there. We have room to 134 and then 147, right? Not the best looking stock, but again, it has potential over that 120 level. So keep this one on watch. ONDS, again, why are we not touching stocks when they break, when they rip? 30, 40 cents to the upside, because they will pull back. And what happened? Back below $5 on ONDS, right? This is where we're not touching these stocks right now. Right now, we're watching ONDS, but right now, just gave it all back, guys. Gave it all back, not looking good. Still watching XELA for a possible reversal. We do have 65-cent support. Now, if XELA drops below 65 cents, we do have some room down towards around 61 on XELA. If we see that reversal form at one of these levels of support and we're taking our entries, we would have room back up towards around 75 cents, right? Still watching XELA. But again, it's been beaten down a lot for quite some time, Chris, right? I mean, this is one of those stocks that just gets beaten down anytime it pops on up. BBIG, right now, I mean, we have room down to $3. SDC, I need to see a break and hold over 270. If I can see that, we'll take it to $3. DWAC, again, I want to find a potential channel like yesterday. So right now we have top channel resistance right around 73. Bottom channel support at 70 if this is a channel. We see something like we saw yesterday on DWAC. This is what we saw yesterday. We saw resistance out of the gate. We came down, found support. We hit resistance. We kind of did one of these, right? One of those. We just broke that top end resistance, right? We never cracked below support. If we see something similar here on DWAC, right? We hit resistance, point number 2. We can hold a nice higher low, right? And we can see that volume start to really move back in here. I would look to be a buyer for the break over 73 up to 77 on DWAC. It'd have to be a break on the third attempt, though, for me to feel confident with jumping into this trade on DWAC, right? So that's what I'm looking at here. This is still one of my top stocks, one of my back burner favorite sleeper plays of the day. I think this one could definitely start to get some action like we saw yesterday, just randomly, all right? And that's where my focus is. DWAC. Looking for that reversal to form on XELA. And ONDS giving everything back. VCNX looks good over that 120. So right now, top stocks. VCNX over 120. DWAC. Possible channel break coming on up like yesterday that we just talked about. Those are my top 2 focuses right now. Still watching the SPY here. Okay. We have the 200 SMA right there at 442.23. I want to see if we're seeing a lot of resistance. If we have a nice setup, maybe we can grab some quick puts, maybe short this on the SPY for a quick little win here. And then I'm still just kind of watching Disney back above that 137.64. Right? If Disney can break and hold above that level, assuming the markets are doing well and the markets are moving higher, I believe Disney has room to 141.83. All right, so that's my focus, the reasons why, my levels, and how I'm waiting to take advantage of these trades. All right, I'm waiting for these levels to be respected. I'm waiting for them to provide me with an opportunity. And once I see some strength, and I know I'm not being the guinea pig, right, I will definitely look to attack it and lock in some profits with the team. All right, so YouTubers, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed our free session. Again, every single morning, 9 o'clock a.m. until about 9:45. Enjoy your day. Be smart. Tread lightly. Today's about capital preservation. Hold it on to those profits. Not taking losses, right? Today's going to be a pretty crazy day in the market. Be mindful of that. Scale back a lot if you have to. If you don't want to trade, don't trade. But just know what's going on in the market and make sure your focus today is holding on to the profits that you worked so hard for the month of January. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your trading day on this beautiful hump day. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock a.m. All right, team. So, yeah, Chris, I used to be a bag holder on XELA. Yeah, we got out of that. I remember when it was popping up last time. That is correct. You could see there that's representing like, yes, that's representing that wall of sellers. You know, Webull does that. It will represent, that wall of selling compared to buying. So yes, that is an indication that you do have more asks and more sell than buy. So my number one stock that I'm watching right now, team, DWAC, just kind of like yesterday, guys, right? Saw a little something else, right? Resistance out of the gate, resistance. Eventually, we got that volume to start really moving in for a nice break and run. If we can see the same thing on DWAC, I'm interested in a trade here. I see room up to 77.20, but I don't want to buy it right now. I think it's a little too early. I could miss the trade, and I'm okay with missing it versus getting an early entry. I don't want to prematurely get in here. And if I miss it, hey, listen, I miss it. But if we can wait and we can get a little bit of a better entry, I'm definitely thinking this is going to be one of my top stocks that I'm really focused on right now for a trade coming on up. Right now, one of my top stocks is DWAC. I mean, look at SDC dropping. BBIG, nothing. XELA right now, not a whole lot. ONDS, it's fighting for 5, right? It's definitely fighting to stay above 5. We need to give it more time to develop, in my opinion. But I like VCNX. Spaz called that one out. I do like VCNX above 120. But I think right now, my focus, guys, I think where the opportunity could be coming on up for a really nice move to the upside. I mean, you're talking maybe $3 to $4 to the upside. Be DWAC. All right, guys. So right now, sitting back. We got some profits in chat already. Hey, Dougie Fresh with a quick 215. I love it. Hey, some of you guys are over in alerts. You guys are in the wrong room. Just to let you know, some of you guys are over in alerts chat, not here inside of Stock Talk. All right, so just make sure you know what chat room you're in. If you're like, why is nobody writing back to me? It's because you guys are in the wrong room. So, yeah, it could be a cup and handle trading hunter. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Cup and handle on the 1 minute. That's exactly what you're seeing here. Big U shape. You're starting to get this handle. So now it's just breaking over that high a day here. I mean, I could expect to see a nice big pop in volume up to 77. Let's see if we can get an order in here. If I have enough time. My keyboard's messed up. I got to be very certain with how I'm doing my order. So I'm not in right now. I feel like it took me too long to get in. I feel like I'm 50 cents late. So I'm not in right now. I'd like to get in, but I'm not in right now on DWAC. But definitely looking like a nice cup and handle for the break, guys. If you guys were catching this one off that first pullback, 72. I mean, you got a nice entry, and you have about $1 of breathing room right now. So I'm envious. Yes, I do stay live on my platform. We are live from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and I commentate until about noon. We do lessons, Q&A sessions. I mean, we go hard all day, every day with the team inside of chat. And we're officially shutting the stream down, guys. I forgot. I was looking at DWAC for the trade. But YouTubers, enjoy the rest of your day. Yes, I stay live on the platform. Streams open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. All right, and I commentate from 9 until 12, sometimes 2 to 4. We do lessons every day. We have some fun. We make that money. All right, enjoy your day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.